fire, fire for fire, fire.
Why I left VShojo? Oh my god, what? Of all the people? God damn, what happened? Like, I know there's a bunch of people that left before that, but god damn, what's going on?
I am leaving VShojo. Unfortunately, I recently found out that for the past couple of months, I have been misled by VShojo. With the information that I currently have, I believe that I am owed a significant amount of funds, which I have not been paid. And most importantly, the thing that hurts me the most is that the Immune Deficiency Foundation, which is the most important charity to me, and
Oh
also
my
the reason
god.
why I'm here today, is owed over $500,000 from VShojo. I know that this is a lot, and it's very important for me to be honest with all of you. I really want to tell you everything, but unfortunately right now, I have been instructed by my attorney to wait for more of the legal procedure to unfold. So one day, I will be able to tell you the full story. But for now, I just need to let you know that I will no longer be a part of VShojo. If you give me a moment of your time, I just want to tell you a little bit about myself. I know for a lot of people right now that this might be
My
the first
jaw's on
time
the floor.
you're ever watching me. I became a VTuber because I really wanted to make friends. I was very lonely due to the fact that I have a primary immune deficiency disease called CVID. I basically have a low to near non-functioning immune system, which means I get sick a lot, and it caused me to remain isolated for long periods of my life. So then I found streaming, and I thought about giving it a try because I wanted to see if I could make some friends online, because I honestly couldn't ever leave my room. I never really expected to grow an audience or anything. It was one of the last things on my mind. I just thought that I would stream to, 5 to 10 people and just hang out from time to time, make some friends, play games, and just continue on with my life. But unfortunately, I was too scared to stream with my face. So a friend of mine recommended that I try an app called FaceRig that would allow me to use an anime avatar to stream, and that's how I started VTubing. It took me a while to take it seriously and even begin to think about maybe being able to grow a community and even make this a career. I think I really started to take it seriously around the time when I was approached to join VShojo, and it was through VShojo that I was able to grow into the Iron Mouse that I am today. When I was approached in 2020 and asked to join VShojo, it seemed like a good idea, but I honestly did not know if I could ever be a corporal VTuber because
That's
I
valid.
felt like I just couldn't. In my mind, I saw myself as unhireable, which is why streaming worked for me. I had no boss, no strict rules, I had no hours, no expectations. It was all up to me, and due to the fact that I have lived my life chronically ill and being unable to do much of anything, I just felt like there was no way that anyone would ever take me or want me. For a while, I was struggling to make a decision because I was afraid about my anonymity and afraid about trusting people, because I felt like every time I put my trust in people, it always ends in grief for me. So I was worried about expectations and a million and one other things. But I ultimately decided to join VShojo. It really pains me that I am unable to fully explain why I am leaving. But for right now, here's what I am allowed to share with you. I would always be told how important I was for the company, and I was always told that I was needed in order for the company to succeed. although that was very positive to hear, it put a lot of pressure and a lot of
That must
stress
be
on me
scary.
to the point where I felt guilt tripped into signing. I felt responsible for everybody. I felt responsible for staff and talent alike. And I felt like if I didn't do this and if I didn't stay, I was hurting everybody and I was destroying everybody's life. But this didn't feel right with me, and I began to feel extremely uncomfortable. As my viewers know, privacy has always been one of my biggest concerns. I've had a lot of scary experiences in my life, so one amazing thing for me was the fact that VShojo handled all my payments, and it meant that I never had to give out any of my personal information, so that was always a blessing to me. As time went on, I decided that I wanted to try to start pulling out my remaining funds because I wanted to start taking over my own finances. This is what led me to this point. Throughout the years, Connor and I have raised around $4 million for the Immune Deficiency
So it's
Foundation.
fraud,
The
man.
majority of the money raised is through Tiltify at events like the Cyclothon, the charity auction, and other miscellaneous events that we've had. However, because of the success of my first subathon, I decided to donate half the earnings of my following two subathons to the Immune Deficiency Foundation. The first time I tried this, it worked great. Over 200,000 people supported me, and because of that, we raised over $329,350 to the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Because the money came from my Twitch revenue instead of a Tiltify link, it required VShojo to make the donation on my behalf. They promptly sent the payment, and the subathon was a huge success, so I decided to do it again the next year. My last subathon was one of the biggest events I've ever done.
Yeah.
The support was overwhelming, and I ended up getting over 300,000 subscribers and breaking the all-time sub record. But this also
That was a big
meant
deal.
that we had raised $515,000 for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I once
Insane.
again asked VShojo to make the donation on my behalf, but unfortunately, still a year later, VShojo has not paid the charity. The Immune Deficiency Foundation means the world to me. Connor and I have both spent a ton
Why?
of energy, time, and resources raising money for charity. And we're both so proud to be able to say that we've raised nearly $4 million for charity. We almost always raise money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. They help people with primary immune deficiency diseases, or PI, which are inherited disorders where a part of the body's immune system is missing or doesn't function properly,
Yeah, you're
which makes
basically
people like me
bedridden.
more prone to infection, and this includes over 450 different conditions. The Immune Deficiency Foundation is a charity that is near and dear to my heart and has a particular significance in my life. When my health first started getting really bad, the Immune Deficiency Foundation helped me immensely when I really had nowhere else to turn. I was terrified, I was lonely, and I was confused. I honestly didn't really know what was going on, and I never ever want anyone else to go through that. This entire situation has broken me. I just wanted to do something good and to give back to a community that helped me. But unfortunately,
Why would they do this?
that's not the case. As much as I would like to
frick, man?
continue to talk about this, unfortunately, I can't. So, to recap, I believe that I am owed a significant amount of funds, which I have not been paid. And most importantly, the Immune Deficiency Foundation is owed over $500,000.
So they
from
didn't pay
VShojo.
her
I
and
really
the
wish
charity too.
that I could tell you more, but right now, I have been advised to wait for legal proceedings. As of right now, I am an independent VTuber. I am at a loss of what to do right now. I'm kind of processing everything. I'm very sad and very confused. Once again, I want to apologize to the Immune Deficiency Foundation and to my community who has shown
It's
so
not your
much support
fault,
to me.
girl.
I also wanted to say that all the ad money made from this video will go towards the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do. Like I said, I really haven't had much time to process this. But below the video in the description box is a link to a donation fund for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Thankfully, any donations made through Tiltify go directly to the charity. That link is also there if you've heard about this and would like to support the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Sometime this month, I plan on doing a special live stream in order to raise money for the Immune Deficiency Foundation. I hope to
I'm
have a ton of
shocked.
friends joining me, and hopefully there'll be a lot of singing and a lot of fun and just a day full of happiness. I just honestly really want to show that after all of this, that VTubing is a force for good. So thank you guys so much for all the support, and thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. And once again, I want to say that I am truly sorry. Okay,
Why are you sorry? It's not your fault.
bye-bye.
Aw, what the frick, man? Dude, I'm like actually shocked. Why? Why? What is going on? Nah, this is insane. It's a serious crime to, like, not only did you withhold funds from your employee, you took money from a charity? $500,000? That's a crime. You could go to jail for that. It's fraud. Or at the very least, they can, it sounds like embezzlement. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a freaking lawyer, but holy crap. This is insane. There's a mass exodus coming. First it was Madara and Giga and Zen. I guess everyone else is gonna leave too. Like, this is just so bad. This is terrible. Oh my gosh. How do you stay knowing this? I mean, I don't know. It's difficult because you're also under contract, but I feel like there's a good enough reason to breach the contract if the company is undergoing like actual criminal activity. Like, allegedly, if this is true, like, I don't think Aaron Mouse would make such an accusation lightly. $500,000. Like, it doesn't matter how little it was. You stole from a charity, allegedly. What is going on? That's one hell of an accusation. I don't think she would say this lightly. Why would you? Nah. Like, there's been rumors for a long time about VShojo shitting the bed in various ways. Lots of rats on 4chan, but none of that was like substantiated by anything other than lots of talents leaving within a certain period of time. This is shocking because also, like, we're putting the pieces together, chat. Like, at the end of the day, this is all about money. I can't believe VShojo did this. Like, I can't believe because I can't believe it because obviously greed can't get into anyone's, like, get its fucking ugly ass claws into anyone. And as all of you know, when a single company starts to do really, really well, like as a startup or like, you know, as indie, that builds itself off of the ground like VShojo did 5 years ago, eventually you start catching the eye of investors, right? The suits are gonna start getting involved and they ruin everything. But the reason, like, the actual reason I'm so shocked is because Iron Mouse is literally VShojo's brand. As she said, she felt the pressure and all that, and you know, if she goes under, then everybody else loses their job, and she felt insecure about it, right? Why would you frick over one of your one talent that literally makes your company, and in the worst way possible? The optics are god awful. Like, genuinely, this is one of the worst things ever. If you think just slightly in the future you could, like, tell this is... You could tell this is a terrible decision. Was the $500,000 really worth it to sacrifice your entire company? Because think about what's gonna happen with all the other talent now. What kind of position is that gonna put everyone else in? We are watching VTuber history being made before our very eyes, chat. This is insane. She's literally John VShojo. I mean, kind of. They're cooked, genuinely. I think they're cooked. So where's the money? I don't know. It must be in their pocket then, huh? I'm flabbergasted. This dude Zen posted on Twitter, yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god. Now I see why everyone left. But they legally couldn't speak up. Maybe this, I don't know, this is all speculation. Iron Man spoke on Twitter too. Aww. Oh man, dude, this is insane. This is crazy. Legally they can't because it would affect proceedings, I'm guessing. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, VShojo's cooked. I don't know how you can come back from this. Even if you start making the ridiculous claim and saying like, oh, Iron Mouse is lying for attention, there's been so many things that happened before that that make it even more, like, you know, like the evidence is kind of piling up at this point, you know? Like Emma, for example, she joined a few months ago. She couldn't have known. Nobody could have known this was happening. Because legally, they can't say anything because they're working for the company and they quietly left. I don't know. I don't know. The optics of literally being like, yeah, we fucked over our #1 talent that's been with us since the start to take money away from the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Yeah, we fucked over Iron Mouse, the queen herself, to take money away from charity that helps dying people or sick people. How do you think the optics on this are salvageable? In what universe? This is terrible optics. Even if Iron Mouse is wrong, let's assume that for a second. I don't think she is. We're just like playing devil's advocate, right? But think about it. Iron Mouse's fan base is probably one of, if not the most loyal fan base in the existence of VTubers. I would argue like up there with like Hololive, and that's like a conglomerate of VTubers. They're going to believe her no matter what. This is terrible optics. This is gonna just be terrible. Ah! Would it be charity fraud if people donated money assuming it was going to go to charity if it's actually never donated? Yeah, dude. Yeah, and Connor's fan base. Yeah, and Connor's fan base on top of that. Dude, it's so Jover. VShojo is V cooked. I don't know. Everyone says it's the timeless joke. You stay ending, nothing happens. You're just like, you're on your own little island. Face Connect does nothing and wins as always. I sure hope so, man. I don't think I could take it if I found out something bad about Face Connect, bro. I think my heart would give. I don't think they are, but it's just like, you know, corpos. Oh my gosh. And chat, Iron Mouse at the end said she has a lawyer, her representative, her advocate. They said they're in legal proceedings, chat. That means there's actual legal action going on in the background. This is not a joke. This is not a little hee-hee-ha-ha differences with management like the Hololive girls where they're like, I can't do this anymore, I'm gonna go do my own thing. There's an actual legal case going on, which is evidence enough that there's some major shit happening. I think VShojo's done, chat. I think they're V-cooked. Like, what if, I'm not saying it is, maybe Zen left because they weren't paying her as well. Maybe it was Madara too. Like, a bunch of people left. Maybe they didn't get paid too, but they didn't want to say anything until maybe they found out about Iron Mouse and they were like, okay, we're gonna hit him where it hurts and it's gonna be a big old boom, like a bomb. Bomba. Is this the equivalent of a VTuber nuke? Yes, dude. I'm telling you, man, I think we're kind of cooked. It's cooked. Won't they lose their model or do they own it? No, they won't lose their model. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, I'm gonna focus on them withholding money from a person that they hired, man. I'm glad you're indie. Me too. I jokingly applied to VShojo and Face Connect and I never got a response. I didn't take the application seriously, but like, let's just say, it's just funny to me. Chat, since I reacted to this video, out of respect for Iron Mouse, when I upload this to YouTube, I'm gonna donate the proceeds. I'm gonna do the right thing.
Fire, 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 fire.